My name's James Magnussen. We're here today at Homebush, the site of the Sydney Olympics. In the Singapore meet, I'll be swimming the 50 and 100 freestyle. I'm currently the world champion in the 100 freestyle and have the fastest time ever in a textile suit. Yeah, so a typical day for me, I wake up at about 5:30 in the morning. I'm in the pool by 7 o'clock. At the moment I'm doing between 4 to 6 kilometres in a session, moving into more of a speed phase at the moment. And then after that I go to the gym, work out for an hour or so. Depending on what day it is, I come back and do it all again in the afternoon. I started swimming at a very young age. I came from a coastal town and spent a lot of time at the beach and in around the water. When I was 18, I decided to move to Sydney from my hometown to pursue a swimming career. And when I came down here, my current coach, Brant Best, said that he thought if I came and trained with him, that he could get me to the London Olympics. For me, the biggest advantage or secret that I can give to a public swimmer would be to reduce the amount of drag that you're creating when you're swimming. So the flatter, the higher, the less rotation you can have in the water, the more likely you are to move quickly through it and the less resistance you'll give yourself. Singapore as a swimming destination is a really beneficial place because it's almost halfway between Australia and Europe and America as well, so it's a good halfway point for us to meet, and I think there'll be a really good turnout of talent there because of that. I've seen some pictures of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and I'm really excited to stay there, and I think it'll be pretty cool to get up on the roof and have a look at that infinity pool. You know, there's obviously a lot of short course racing that goes on internationally, but to have a high profile long course event in Southeast Asia is very rare. And for that reason, I think there'll be a lot of Australians like myself that are really keen to come over to Singapore and race. For the 50 freestyle, I'd have to say my top competitors would be Floor, Menadou and Cesar Cielo. We raced last year at the French Open in Vichy and I came third. So I'd like to improve on that. But I'm sure they won't be too keen on letting me beat them, so we'll see how I go. And then in the 100 freestyle, I think Jimmy Fagan from America obviously got silver behind me at the World Championships, so I'm sure that will be a great spectacle as well. I think it's not really a trick, but the big thing in the 50 freestyle is to get a really strong start. Both Cesar and Floor are really strong starters and often get a little lead on me off the start, so I know my swim speed's up to scratch. I just need to get off those blocks as quick as I can. The showdown concept is a really good one. I personally come from a 200 freestyle background, so the shorter the gap in between the 50 freestyles, the better chance I get at beating Cesar or Floor, so hopefully you guys can shorten those gaps as much as possible.